Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Finn being stunned by Grace's concession. Ridge manages to make a splashy save in the Mediterranean. Dubitation girdled Grace as Finn began to misdoubt her probity about Liam's brain excrescence. Several people participated his enterprises, questioning whether Grace had been completely honest about everything. Although Grace's uncommunicative $1 million treatment apparently worked, curing Liam, the unusual circumstances raised further questions than answers. Finn dug more into the situation, which led to Grace deleting Liam's medical records. Easily, Finn was onto commodity. Brooke and Ridge were locked in a battle of choices. Their time together was a constant struggle due to Ridge's engagement to Taylor. Ridge's frustration reached a boiling point after learning about Brooke's kiss with Nick. Brooke reminded Ridge that his place was with Taylor. Nick was determined. He'd arrived in Italy with a ring, and Eric was desperately trying to intermediate. Eric advised Ridge not to let the offer be and also told Nick not to go through with it. Despite these clear warnings from his father, Nick remained undeterred. Finn lodging a shocking blameworthiness at Grace. Finn has known for weeks that commodity questionable was going on with Liam phenomenon brain surgery after just surviving a projectile crack. The reviews were way too clean, way too presto, and Liam's vitals looked way too good after 2 surgeries in a 24-hour period. When Finn checked Liam's gash, it verified for him that there was further going on than met the eye. How could excrescence like that be removed with what looked like a bitsy scrape on the reverse of Liam's head? Finn and Bridget have been racking their own smarts trying to figure out what happened, while Grace has been acting cagey and suspicious. Eventually, Finn confronts Grace and makes a stunning blameworthiness. Does he now realize that Liam no way really had excrescence? Is that what has been going on? Did Grace use Liam as a guinea gourmandizer to get a cool million bones? She sure has a whole lot of explaining to do. Eric has informed Ridge that Nick is ready to propose to Brooke. Ridge springs into action. There's no way he can allow this to be despite being engaged to Taylor. This is exactly what Eric has wanted for months, as she has plotted to get Ridge to see that Brooke is his fortune. Brooke has just about given up and likes the attention that Nick gives her, so she takes off on his boat and is ready to be gallantied. She has no idea that Ridge is running through the thoroughfares of Naples to find her. He eventually spots her on the reverse of Nick's boat and shouts out her name, but commodity is about to go terribly wrong. Is Brooke in imminent peril and will Ridge come to her deliverance? Ridge playing lifeguard, Liam and Hope ignoring, and Finn putting Grace in the hot seat. Ridge nearly threw a fit when Eric told him about the ring Nick has in his fund, and ran off to stop the shenanigans. As for Brooke, she was enjoying being wined and dined by a man who only had eyes for her. Nick lapped up every moment he'd in her presence. After Ridge ran off, back at the hostel, Eric paced the bottom before deciding he demanded to advance a helping hand. He, too, ran off to find the couple. Ridge got to the wharf at the exact right moment to hear the boat workers talking about Nick's boat still not being fixed duly, and asked them to point him in the right direction. He scuffled over there as presto as those dressmaker legs could carry him. Unfortunately, by the time he set up them, the boat had left the wharf and Brooke wasn't picking up any of his calls. Upset for her safety, Ridge watched helplessly as Nick's boat went crazy and Brooke fell overboard. With that, he dove right into the water to save her. Hope spent the day toadying over Liam. She made sure he was comfy and watched for, and they talked about his recent fire. Substantially, Liam talked about the impact of being watched for by a Buckingham. Grace is his particular idol, but every time he says Dr. Buckingham, he flashes back to Reese and the terror he put them through. He stole their child to pay off his gambling debts, for crying out loud. How can Grace be so good and her partner be so evil? Liam and Hope replayed all the horrifying moments from when they allowed. They lost Beth. All the gashes, the anguish, the trauma. He put them all through hell. It was only by sheer luck that they got her back. How can someone do commodity so heinous each in the name of plutocrat? Thankfully, Grace isn't like that, or so they presently still believe. They're veritably blessed to see effects come full circle, they agreed. Oh, if they only knew. Finn backed Grace into a corner. He demanded details and answers about Liam's surgery and his excrescence. And also he levied his shocking allegation the surgery wasn't necessary because there was no way excrescence at all. He refocused out all the holes in her story, including no bone. From the neuro platoon ever showing up, the shy reviews she transferred Bill, and that shady million bone payday. Finn also called Grace out on how much she's changed over the once many months. She's been on edge, stressed out, and shaky. Commodity is out. Also Finn dropped the biggest stunners of all, no bone. Differently in the sanitarium has any records of Liam's brain bleed or excrescence, and those lacerations aren't big enough to have been from any kind of operation. With no other options, Grace had no choice but to break down and tell the verity. Yes, she faked the whole thing. She faked Liam's excrescence, the operation, and his recovery. She prevaricated about saving his life because it was no way in peril. But, she had to. She had no choice. Her partner's gambling harpies hovered her and her daughters, however, they were going to hurt her girls if she didn't come up with a million bones. Finn was rendered speechless. Taylor may set up an improvisational marriage in Italy to surprise Ridge. Taylor wants to move Brooke that Ridge belongs to her and she plans on doing it in Italy, a place that has always been special to Brooke and Ridge. Taylor Hayes goes to Italy. Nick has met with Tyler and invited her to go to Italy with him since Ridge is going on a business trip. Of course, Nick wants Taylor there to keep Brooke and Ridge from reuniting. At first Taylor refused, but it seems that she may change her mind. Taylor hitched a lift to Italy to set up a marriage form. With Nick's backing, Taylor could fluently set up a marriage form while Ridge is working. Taylor could take care of all of the details and also invite Ridge to meet her without telling him what she wants. Taylor surprised Ridge with an improvisational form in Italy so she can claim her man Ridge go through with the marriage if she does. Eric has been trying to move Ridge for months that he shouldn't be with Taylor. Ridge is being illegal to Brooke and Eric knows it. Eric knows that Ridge loves Taylor but he's far from being in love with her. Ridge has told Eric to back off but it isn't working. Will Ridge eventually realize that Eric is right? Eric has arranged it so Brooke is going to Italy on a business trip with himself and Ridge. Still, Ridge keeps pointing out that this is just a business trip. Eric is determined to get through to Ridge and begs him to consider what would be if Brooke was no longer there one day. Ridge is induced that she isn't going anywhere. It seems that while Ridge and Brooke are in Italy, Brooke has some kind of accident that lands her in the water. Ridge will find out and go running to Brooke to save her. Does Ridge save Brooke just because they used to be married and work together? Does Ridge eventually have an epiphany and realize his true passions? Ridge and Taylor are about to get married when Ridge learns that Brooke has fallen into the water nearly. Taylor would clearly want Ridge to stay there and get wedded. Ridge would clearly run to Brooke's deliverance, leaving Taylor to watch him go to the woman he truly loves. Ridge eventually choose Brooke and stay with her this time.